So hello guys, here we will take a brief look about fluid source. So just create a sphere. So we'll dive into the sphere. So as you can see, we have created a sphere and we'll take it as a polygon and make the frequency by 20. So now just press tab and take a fluid source. So as you can see, I have taken the legacy fluid source. So in the later chapters, I'll tell you how I brought the legacy nodes. So as you can see, we have built some volume from the fluid source. So now the source attribute is to density, and it is the volumes or the SDF is being generated from the geometry. So now we will look into the various tabs over here. So the first is the settings. Here you can increase or decrease the resolution. So by putting the lower values, you increase the resolution. So we'll make it to 0.05. And now if I go to visualization tab, so here we can visualize the fluid source, and now we go from SDF to geometry. So here you can play with the edge location and the feather length. So as you can see, if I increase the edge, so the borders of the fluid source also increases, and the feather length brings the smoothness towards the border. So if I keep it 0, so you can see how sharp it is, and if I increase the value, so you can see the smoothness. So we'll keep it to 0.1 and 0.2. So this is now disabled, so this need points, so we'll talk it soon. So now we'll come to the noise. So we'll use noise. So just check the box and increase the turbulence. So now you can see the effect of noise on the SDF. So just play, because the animated is checked, so it will animate it, and just check the real time play. So pulse duration, if you increase the value, so the animation slows down, the pulse slows down, and if you decrease the value, it goes way too fast. So you can play with lot of values like sharpness, amplitude, turbulence. So now we will go to the velocity tab. So here you can create velocity, initial velocities. So just check add to velocity, and as you can see, the velocity is towards y direction. So now I have given the velocity in x direction, so you can see the velocity is going towards x. Let's keep it to default. So this is for visualization, how you can visualize, like in ZX plane or in XY plane. So here in velocity also you can add noise. So like we have added curl noise, and you can play with the scale, swirl size, turbulence. So you can see we can play with the swirl size, so it looks beautiful. So now this is the most important, container settings. So we'll go to the container settings. So here you can choose what you want, like source smoke, source fuel, or flip. So we'll keep source fuel for now, because as we want to generate the fire. So now you can see in scalar volume, so we have generated two attributes, that is fuel and temperature. So guys, now I'll tell you a different way to create fluid source or volumes. So now we'll scatter some points in the sphere. So just take a scatter node. So now you can see we have scattered some points on sphere. So in force total count, you can increase or decrease the value. So the more you increase the value, you will get more details. So now, as you can see, we have created on the surface only. So what if we want to create the points inside also? So for creating the points inside, we'll just take a ISO offset, which the node just creates volume inside also. So as you can see, now it is filled up, but the resolution is very low. So here in uniform sampling division, you can increase the value. So we'll keep it to 70. So now you can see sharp and nice. So now as you correct the scatter below the ISO offset, so you can see the points are generated inside also. So now it is looking beautiful. So now just take a fluid source and connect this. So as you can see, we have not got, because it is oh, this happens sometimes. Yeah. So by pressing Y, you can just cut the nodes. So as you can see, we have generated from the geometry, but when we connect to the scatter, it is not generating, because the method is still like building from the geometry. So we'll go and select stamp points. So as we select, so you can see now the volume has generated, or the STF is generated from the points. So you can increase the resolution by decreasing the values. So this is the stamp point. So now it is activated. So we increase the sample distance. The borders also increases. So guys, these are the methods to create volumes. Like we can create from geometry also, we can create from scatter node also. So go to the container settings and choose source to fuel. So you can see now we have fuel and temperature. So because for fire we need fuel and temperature. So guys, that's it for now, and see you in next chapter. Thank you.